India as an Olympic country has suffered much embarrassment in the last few years in front of the sporting world thanks to some major slip-ups. In the most recent episode to have tarnished the country's reputation further, a group of 18 Indian track and field athletes have been forced to return home as they were over the stipulated age criteria. Just 2 days earlier, 4 badminton players were not allowed to compete because their names were not entered for their respective events. And in news received today, there is further turmoil as 3 Indian weightlifters have now been disqualified on the very same grounds of age. Whether you call it oversight or just plain apathy, the fact of the matter is that the actions of these bungling officials has cost these athletes professionally. It has also cost athletes back home under the stipulated age limit, who should in all probability have been the ones chosen to compete. This is just the latest in a series of setbacks the country's Olympic Committee has sustained. In what has been the biggest blow so far, the International Olympic Council last December suspended the Indian Olympic Association on the basis of corruption, political interference, and failure to adhere to guidelines. Indian officials were clueless on why the mishap had happened when they were approached in an attempt to try and find answers. The IOA's interim chief Vijay Kumar Malhotra said they were trying to find out the reason for the athletes being sent back. The athletes were selected by the Athletic Federation of India and approved by the Sports Authority of India. As has become the norm, a familiar game of finger pointing has once again ensued, with the SAI chief Gigi Thompson blaming the AFI for the mix-up. Some sources close to the AFI have attributed the mix-up to be a result of clear oversight on the part of the federation, saying that the AFI thought the events were being held in accordance with the IAAF guidelines, while in fact they were being run as part of those of the IOC. While much of the blame no doubt rests on the shoulders of India's sporting officials, it is also surprising that no objection was raised by the IOC when the list of athletes was initially sent. The online applications of the Indian contingent were accepted and necessary accreditation was also given out. So the disqualification of these athletes after having landed in China for the competition comes as a complete shock. With an irresponsible administration like the IOA, who neither discharges its duties fittingly nor accepts responsibility for its actions, one can only wonder what is to become of Olympic sports in India in the future.